Hey, good day. It's Tourism Tim here with another coaching video to help you sell more travel, increase arrivals, lower your marketing costs, and just make a living. No, not just make a living, make an awesome living doing what you love, and that's working in the travel and hospitality industry. So the other day I get an email from a client, guy named Gary Scott. Gary Scott runs a company called Right Path Adventures, and we're looking at his website right now, one of them. And he had consulted with me some months ago, and Gary's a really interesting guy because he has been a guide on the seven highest summits of the world. He's in the Himalayas, on Everest. I mean, you name it, he's done it. For a period of time, he held the world's record for the speed summit of Mount of Denali in Alaska. The guy is amazing, super nice, and he's trying to make a living doing what he loves. He's a little older now, and he found this great place called the Dolomites, which is in Italy. And he said, Tim, I want to expand out of the guiding to these people who want to summit these super high peaks and really work with a softer adventure crowd. And I love the Dolomites, and I need some help. So we talked about shifting to a specific site that would really focus on the Dolomites, and from his existing website, which is called Right Path Adventures, which I also have got loaded up here. I'll put it over here. Right Path Adventures covered everything. I mean, it covered his guiding trips, it covered his Dolomites, it covered this, it covered that, and a bunch of different things. But so I got this email from Gary. I said, "Hey Gary, I like your new site. It looks really cool. There's some things. This was a draft. I said there's some stuff I really like, and there's some stuff that's missing." In today's world of social proof and social media is really all it is about other people making comments or recommendations on the things that they've experienced, they like or don't like, and wouldn't recommend. That is the essence of what social media is all about. So don't get too involved with all these different things. The bottom line is, if you can get other people liking you and recommending you, other people who don't know who the heck you are going to be coming around and looking at your trips or your service or this or that. It is really critical. So that is the essence of social media. So I made these recommendations on his site, sent it off to him. Gary sent it off to his web guy, his web designer, and his designer came back with all kinds of pushback saying, "Oh no, that's not a good idea. The site's really pretty. Well, you don't want to do this, this, and this." And then this morning, I'm reading. One of the magazines I subscribe to, let me hold this up, is called Website Magazine. Um, some of you may know that I spent the last 3 years hanging out with Yannick Silver, a world-class internet marketing guru, helping him start a super high-end adventure travel business networking and giving back company called Maverick Business Adventures. And I got to hang out with all these internet marketing millionaires who got that way by figuring out really what works online, and that is how to get lots of traffic to your targeted market, and then when that targeted market gets to your website, get them off their asses to call you or give you money. So how is that any different than us and the travel professional? That's what we want. We want tons of qualified prospects looking for what we're selling, and get them off their asses to call us or book a trip. Simple, right? It's the same exact thing. So I'm reading this article today called for this guy named Tim Ash, who is the CEO of Site Tuners, and they specialize in helping internet marketers convert prospects into sales. And it says, "Is your homepage killing your conversion rate?" And what caught my eye on this was it says, "Forget about cool, design your homepage to convert." So many web designers and webmasters, these guys are artists and they're brilliant on technical skills, and we need them. God love them. I don't like the technical side of things. But at the end of the day, if your website is not converting strangers into friends and friends into customers consistently, day after day, you're wasting your money and you're wasting your time. And one of the things that caught my eye here I thought was so funny, Tim says, he says, It says get out of your head. Look at your homepage from your visitor's perspective. Think about what is it that they are looking at that would influence their decision to choose, are you experienced? Do you know what the heck you're doing? And should I consider giving you money for your service or visit your destination, your lodge, your resort? It's all the same. It says think about it from the visitor's perspective. Um, it says even good pages can be improved and keep your graphic designer on a short leash. Their creativity should be subordinated to your business purpose of your site. Isn't it to sell more travel? It says ultimately conversion always trumps cool, and a clear, simple homepage design will generate increased conversion rates that will translate to a measurable bottom line. It's so right on and so true, and I wanted to talk about this. So I called Gary up this morning and I said, Gary, those questions you sent me and your response from your designer, I said, what I'd like to do is a short little video talking about this and record it with your permission. And I said, how's it going? He goes, man, he goes, the phone keeps ringing. I can't get anything done. And I said, well, what's going on? He goes, well, I'm getting all these bookings. I said, well, where are you getting it from, your new site? And he goes, no, the old site. He says, I added some of the stuff you suggested, and I'm getting all these people inquiries and these bookings. Now let's take a look at Gary's existing site and his old one. He says it's like you said, just put up what it is that you're selling so people are really clear. Now this is rightpathadventures.com. He augmented his existing site to put some credibility up here. Hey, he's a professional guy with over 1,000 happy clients since 1983, so he knows what the heck he's doing. The name of the company, Affordable Guided 7-Day Luxury Walking Tours to the Dolomites. And then he goes on to talk about the Dolomites. He's got the price. He's got his dates. Now, granted, I think that this is he could change the coloring and the size. It's a little ugly. I would actually change. I wouldn't emphasize this bright yellow in so many places. I'd make this a consistent text. He's got this video here. So even in spite of it being not perfect, it talks about immediately, hey, selling the Dolomites, I'm experienced, I know what I'm doing, and there's this pretty cool video here that I'd recommend you check out where he's talking about
healthy food and
the Dolomites and why it's special, what it's unique, and he's put a lot of credibility also into his voiceover. It made me laugh. Here's a guy who's getting into a new, diversifying his product line, hasn't been in it that long, augmented his existing site, and even though it's not perfect, it's selling trips because it's speaking right to the key things people want to know. Hey, I'm experienced, I know what I'm doing, and I'm the Dolomite expert. So let's take a look at his new site. A couple things I think are brilliant on here. Is I said, hey, before he didn't have this credibility statement up here, which is the over 1,000 satisfied clients since 1983. He added something very powerful, and I really commend him for doing this. It says Dolomites Walking Tour, money back satisfaction guarantee. So he stands behind it, the quality, his service. He's willing to give his money back, and it's a powerful statement on one, your commitment as a tour operator or travel professional, that you do a kick-ass job and you're willing to stand behind it. But two, how do you think that makes a prospect to your website feel? They don't know you from Adam, and here's someone who's willing to give you your money back if you're not satisfied. It says volumes in 4 words. Second, I love the fact that he's created that so it looks like some sort of official seal. It's awesome. This up here, it took me a while to figure out what the hell this was. This is the S Dolomite Guides. This is his Skype name. I think that this is occupying critical real estate and shouldn't be there. And also on here it says YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. That's all awesome, and you should absolutely link your site. But I'm trying to click it, nothing happens. It doesn't take me anywhere. And two, I think that could be somewhere else. And then the other thing that kind of I think is interesting, but it's the wrong place and it's certainly not functional, is audio on and off. what the hell is it we're going to listen to? It doesn't tell me as a visitor what I'm going to hear or why should I listen to it. And worse yet, and when you click on it, I'm going to play this for you. It took us a while to figure out how the hell
I'm
you're
Gary
getting it
Scott.
work.
I'm a
But if you click on it more than
travel
once,
guide and the founder and president
it starts playing a second time.
Hi, I'm Gary Scott. I'm Gary Scott.
See,
I'm a professional adventure travel guide and president of Right.
And so imagine I'm a visitor and I've clicked on it and I don't hear anything and I click on it again and all of a sudden it's playing double and I'm trying to turn the damn thing off. I can't do it. Does that piss me off? Might I be wanting to leave? Yes. And so here, this web guy, what it really should say is something like, you know, top 7, here, something along the lines of why the Dolomites are great. Listen in. It is worthy of going to this site, which, by the way, is Dolomites Walking Tours. That's with a S, tours.com. DolomiteWalkingTours.com. Check it out. Listen to what he said, because Gary has done a brilliant job at integrating his over 20 years of experience as a professional guide, weaving it into the voiceover text you listen to when they do this great slideshow. Pictures are awesome. I mean, look at that scenery. It's just gorgeous. And he added some text on the pictures. I suggested perhaps some quotes on there too. And then the voiceover is great. But if people never hear the damn voiceover, it doesn't mean anything. I'd rather see that down here, or where it says, click here and learn why the Dolomites is, your next this walking vacation from the owner, Gary Scott. And then moving down the page here, we're just going to wrap up here real quick. It says, I think videos are where it's at. It's really hot, especially if you've got happy clients on that you've got videos of that are going, oh my God, this Dolomite trip rocks. Gary is awesome, the best trip of my life. That's what should be in this video, along with the spectacular scenery. This is lame. You click on it. Normally, a video would open up right there. It takes me to another page, and then I go there and I go, okay, well, where's the video? Oh wait, what's this little thing over here? So I click on that and it finally opens up the video. This is what should happen on that home page. Should be the video. Click there, it opens up right here. You should not take people off your home page. Last thing in closing I wanted to say is I had suggested, hey, social proof, getting other people getting other people to refer to you, make comments about how they felt about not only your trip, but even an area is key. And I think TripAdvisor rocks. That's what I would put up here. Gary needs to open up an account having to do with for guides and get his clients selling for him. You could have it open up in a new window. You could have it open up in a what's called an iframe, so it stays on the page. You don't even leave this page. But getting that top ranking, getting other people to make comments and recommendations is key. Because we're going to, you should be just actively engaged with driving traffic to your site. But if that traffic does not, who are all strangers, don't know you from squat, don't convert into some sort of action that's in the direction of moving towards a sale, it's all a waste of time. And nothing is going to convert a stranger into an inquiry or a prospect or ultimately a sale faster than if someone has been there had a good time, and nobody died, meaning that you run great trips to great places, you're experienced, you know what you're doing, and safety is a top concern. And if you're selling travel, the service and the people you represent are the same darn thing. So keep that in mind. So this is Tourism Tim signing off with passion that traffic without conversion is a waste of time. Stop doing it. Stop wasting your money. The internet is where most of the travel is all being booked, over 94%. So if you're not investing the majority of your efforts in traffic and sales conversion on your website, you're wasting your time. Take care. Have a great day.